Good afternoon, peeps. Good afternoon, people far and near, wide and near. So happy to be with you today. So my name is Reverend Denise Schubert. This is Unity Naples Noontime Prayer and Meditation. I'm streaming to you live from Naples. We have been having, we did open for a live audience, but we're going to discontinue that at the end of this week until further notice. It's maybe a little too soon with COVID. So once again, starting next week, I'll be streaming myself from wherever I happen to be. So let us get started. A couple of you might just tell me if you can hear me. I think Reverend Mark, had trouble with his audio on Friday. So if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. And I am going to play our opening song. So this is In This Very Room by Bethany. And please, if you can hear, give me a shout out. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to walk through every fear. One spirit, one spirit. Is in this very room, in this very room, in this very room. So take a breath with me as I speak a word of blessing upon our time today. Simply recognizing in this moment that we have chosen for ourselves to pause, to stop, to take a few blessed 15, 20 minutes to simply remember who we are, to remember what we are, to remember that we are more than our circumstances, our conditions, people, places, situations, and things, that we are the very essence of the divine, made in the image and likeness of love and peace, striving to live more often than not from the inside out rather than from the outside in. And so I simply bless our time together today, knowing in advance that it is as it should be for each and every person on this virtual gathering, and all of those who might check in later, that anyone within the sound of my voice, that we are blessed by being together. And so we give thanks for this Mindset Monday time to just come together and to have an inspired thought and to have a reflective experience of our own power and presence and beauty. And so it is. Amen. All right, so here we are. We're on Mindset Monday. Hi, so happy that you can see me, and I'm especially happy that you can hear me, because I think you all missed out on Mark Anthony's brilliance on Friday, but you'll have another chance this coming Friday. We are, by the way, going to discontinue our in-house gathering until the first of the year. It's still a little early in COVID, but we will continue to stream Monday through Friday, 12 noon, since we have a little community here that comes together every day. So if you haven't already, just take a moment to release any morning tension, to release anything. We had Levi here last night. I know some of you streamed in with us. Was absolutely amazingly wonderful. He is truly a gifted person, and always a pleasure to be in his company. We're going on 10 years, 12 years of being connected and knowing each other. So we look forward to having him back here again. So today is Mindset Monday. We have themed our week. So Monday, it's Mindset Monday, Thriving Tuesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays, Thanksgiving Thursdays, and Forgiveness Fridays. So I have an incredibly wonderful quote for us to explore today. It's funny. I actually think it's funny, but I think you'll like it. And here is our wisdom quote, or our mindset quote. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. As spoken by Mahatma Gandhi. So I love that. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. So what does this mean? So I'm going to, let's unpack it a little bit to see what he's saying here. So it's very easy to be part of the norm, very easy to be part of the pack, very easy to, we all have a kind of a tendency to want people to like us and to admire us and to be friends with us and to not judge us. So oftentimes we will let ourselves be exposed to negative influences, whether that's a person or whether that's a situation. Sometimes we watch too much news. Sometimes we give somebody's opinion too much weight in our mind. Sometimes I think it's a mistake to even ask for somebody's opinion. You have to be very careful whose opinion you ask about anything, right? So the problem with living that way is, one, it's very much about living from the outside in. To live from the outside in is to let outer situations, people, places, and things influence you, dictate your mood, dictate whether you're happy or not, dictate whether you feel good about yourself or not. And the truth is that everything we need or will ever need is inside of us. We don't need love from other people. We don't need approval from other people. We don't need other people to think we're cute or pretty or sexy or smart or talented. All of that is an inside job. And that is wholly consistent with the philosophy, faith, and way of life that we strive to practice, that we are made in the image and likeness of perfection, that we in this moment are whole, perfect, and complete, beautiful, amazing, talented, skilled. So it is said that to grow spiritually, you have to stand guard at the portal of your own consciousness. You have to be the one who says, I will let this in, or I will not let this in. I will be affected by it, or I will not be affected by it. It's what Gandhi meant when he said, I will not let just anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Now, it is true that we are all made in the image and likeness of the divine. Each and every person, every saint, every sinner, every white person, black person, green person, orange person, every criminal, every victim and the perpetrators, everyone is imbued with the spark of divinity. It's more than that, but for the moment, that the potential for divine unfoldment is in every person. And in truth, everybody, as human beings, not every human being knows that, right? So some human beings are at a certain level of consciousness, other human beings are at another level of consciousness, and you need to pay attention to who you're letting influence you. So if you're trying to be a more positive person, a more generous person, a more loving person, you don't want to surround yourself with cranky, unloving people, right? You don't want to judge them. You just don't want to let them walk through your mind with their dirty feet. So we need to become the presence of love to all beings everywhere, to all animals, plants, and people, while simultaneously acknowledging and honoring where they are on their path, simultaneously not letting yourself be too affected by the collective consciousness that God and one is a majority. So if you through your meditation, your prayer work, if you keep your mind stayed on the truth, stayed on the spirit, when you pivot, when negativity begins to creep into your space, you will evolve quicker. You will have a deeper connection. You will be less affected by the trials and tribulations of the world we live in. This truly is how it works. So the idea for our Mindset Monday, mindset meaning, how can we change our thinking, change our lives? How can we change how we approach people and change our lives for the better, right? To be stronger, to be wiser, to be more happy, more peaceful, more loving, to be a healing presence on the planet. So that's our quote and our lesson for today. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. So let's take a few minutes and just relax our body and turn within before I play our song, which will be a Michael Gott song today, and end our time in prayer. So if you haven't already, begin to breathe into your body. Deep inhales through your nostrils, if you can, filling up your lungs with prana, with chi, with this life force, with this energy. Begin to notice if there are people in your life that you have been letting walk through your mind. There have been people in your life that you have been unduly influenced by, that they are the source of your sadness, the source of your anger, the source of your frustration, the source of your impatience. Just notice if there's anyone like that, if your happiness is being compromised somewhere, and just see if you've allowed them to walk through your mind with their dirty feet. Just see. And if you have, bless them and let them go. So you just continue to be in the present moment with yourself, to enjoy this moment of stopping during the day. And I am going to play What If Now by Michael Gott. It's a beauty. So keep your eyes closed and just listen to the words. And when it's over, I will come back and pray with us.
I've spent so much time thinking about all the things I'm not, ignoring my own gifts for the things I haven't got. So much pain, so many years, convinced I'm not enough. You know it's tough to see the light when shadows fall. I've been burdened by my history, carrying my past. It's time to let it fall away, live my life at last. What if I could say goodbye to the lies of yesterday? What if I decide to let it go? What if now I start to be the one I'm meant to be? What if now I begin to shine my light? What if today is the day I celebrate the beauty of my song? What if now I finally let my spirit sing? everything would find its perfect place somehow. What if now? The voices in my memory are heartless and unkind. I would never say to anyone the things I say in my own mind. It's time to love myself for all I am and all I'm not. I've got to find the strength to free my soul. What if now I start to be the one I'm meant to be? What if now I begin to shine my light? What if today is the day I celebrate the beauty of my song? What if now I finally let my spirit sing? Everything would find its perfect place somehow. What if now? What if now?
So what if now? What if now? What if the now is the moment that we become who we really are? What if now is the moment we detach from we become unbotherable. We detach from our attachment to what other people think of us, what they expect of us, what they need from us, and we truly live from the Spirit, by the Spirit, and for the Spirit. And so I just simply speak this word coming from our connection to each other and to Spirit for each and every person to simply know that right where you are, you are now freed from any holding on to the past, any others' opinions about you, any opinions you have about yourself, that the mental idea for today is your wholeness, your perfection, and your ability to stand guard at the portal of your consciousness and to only let in that which is wholesome, good, loving, and kind. We have the capacity, the ability, and the responsibility to do that. And so I bless each one of us as we move away from those time together, knowing that we walk into our afternoon empowered, we walk into our afternoon inspired, we walk into our afternoon free of any morbidity, anything that we brought into this noontime, few precious 15 minutes together, and to know that this rest of this day is a glorious, glorious day that the Lord hath made. And so for all of this and so much more than these words can possibly say, we do give thanks for the community we formed here today. We call it good, we let it be, and so it is. Oh, namaste, my friends. So tomorrow, we'll be back tomorrow for Thriving Tuesday. We'll have some kind of prosperity lesson tomorrow, I think, because thriving, we all have our panties in a twist about money, so it's really good to have some prosperity teachings and ideas. That's it. I have nothing more. The concert is come and gone. I'm trusting you're all preparing for your holiday and as best you can with the restrictions we're living with a little bit, but not letting that damper our joie de vivre or our love of life. So thank you so much. I love to you. Peace and blessings to you. And I will see you tomorrow, same time and same place.